Hi everybody. We'd just like to thank you for coming out tonight. Now, first thing we're going to do tonight is, do you guys want to play a game?
Yes.
It's going to be awesome. So, well, I'd like everybody to circle up. We're going to be playing a game called the Name Game. Because I want to get to know you and we want you to get to know us. This game, everyone sits in a relatively circle kind of thing, a circular shape. And there's one person in the middle with, well, probably like a little, but like a small one, so you can like smack people on the knee. First person stands up and he's like, my name is Steve. So I'd be like, Steve and Melissa. So I would stand up and say that. Melissa, I would then sit down. Melissa would stand up and then say, Melissa, whomever. Before the person in the middle smacks him on the knee with the pool noodle. Everybody ready? Get into a circle. Not actually though.
All right, circle formed.
Steve, Melissa.
Steve, straight up.
That one too.
Oh. Ow. All right, come on.
So, I'm going to because we're singing. So, I'm just going to pray right now for the service, and pray. And now we're going to sing some songs with you guys. Can I get you all to stand up, please? Do you want me to play it? It's Happy Day.
Sure, do you have PowerPoint?
No.
Okay, so you'll have that done? Beautiful. Soon, I don't want you guys to be stressing about it to the end. So if you're able to do it, copy, paste, steal what the other team did, and you're good to go. Okay, sing us the chorus of one of your songs.
Happy Day on you. It's just the chorus of Happy Day.
Yeah.
Everybody stand up, please.
I think they're standing.
Loving Christian parents. I went to church every Sunday. And I was always involved in all of the typical church kid things. In high school, I kind of started to fall away from my faith a little bit, got involved in some things I shouldn't have been involved with, and in some relationships I probably shouldn't have been involved with. This all kind of relates back to one of our dramas that we're going to do for you guys right now. It's called It's My Life. And in this drama, you see a group of people just kind of living their own lives. And you see this man, Jesus, in the middle. He's like, why are you doing this? It's my life. Live it for me and not for your selfish desires. And so that's kind of what I was living my life for, was my selfish desires and what would benefit me. Or what I thought was going to benefit me, not what was really going to empower me and fulfill me. So we're going to do this drama for you, and I hope you enjoy it.
Who wants to do it?
Have you ever seen it? Not done by any team this year.
We did it.
When?
You weren't there. I think they did one thing. You won the...
You logged off and then we showed it.
Yeah. No, we can't. We can't. It's our stage.
Awkward, don't leave that in the way.
We have to try.
Normally, I do a push play.
Please be gracious with us. We just learned this.
Literally,
We got this.
Oh, I'm pumped.
So distracting. They're distracted.
But Jesus, the whole time, the middle character, was saying that it's his life and that he wants you to live it for him, not for the things that you want and your desires. So I want you guys to turn to Matthew 16, 24 to 27. If you had your Bibles, perfect time to turn to them. Okay, I'm just going to read it to you guys. It says, "Then Jesus said to his disciples, 'Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me. For whoever wants to save their life will lose it, but whoever loses their life for me will find it. What good will it be for someone to gain the whole world, yet forfeit their soul? Or what can anyone give in exchange for their soul? For the Son of Man is going to come in his Father's glory with his angels, and then he will reward each person according to what they have done.'" Okay. So, my name is Serena, and I'm here to talk to you about exactly that. Being able to deny yourself and give up everything that you've ever done, all your selfish desires, and take up your cross and follow Jesus. So at the time this passage was written, Jesus was talking to his disciples. Right before that, Jesus had just predicted his death and told them about it. So the disciples at this point, when they heard this, they'd be in shock. They wouldn't have understood what Jesus meant by the fact that he was going to have to go to Jerusalem and die and take all the shame and guilt that they were going to put on them by the Pharisees and by the priests and by the people, his own people. So they were still in shock. They were hurt, and they probably didn't know what to say. Even at that time, Peter was like, "That can't happen to you. That's not what's supposed to be the way it is." And God tells him that, yeah, that's exactly what it's going to be like. I'm going to refer you back to the first passage, verse 24. It says, "Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me." The disciples would have known what this meant. This would have been a perfect analogy for them because they would have understood what crucifixion actually meant. Okay. So they would have understood the level of commitment involved in actually taking up your cross and following him. They would have understood that it wasn't a joke and that he was actually talking about death. In Jesus' time, crucifixion was a common method of execution for criminals. The Roman soldiers would have performed these crucifixions to terrorize all who witnessed and to just show people that this is something real, this could actually happen to you. It caused people to not commit crimes because they didn't want to be punished the way that these people were being punished. The thing about this is death on the cross is very slow. It could have taken days of excruciating pain and hanging there before your life would have actually fallen out of your body. You were probably praying and begging for some kind of God, if you weren't a Christian, to come and save you and take that life away because it was so painful and so long. They also tormented you mentally by humiliating you and making you walk through public. So at the time, the soldiers made you carry your cross on your shoulders through the streets of Jerusalem before you could get to your execution site. So it's like carrying your own death on your back. It'd be like carrying a giant tree on your back. These things weigh about 300 pounds, if you can imagine carrying that and trying to haul it. This is after you've been whipped and slashed and ridiculed, and you're bringing yourself to your own death. The cross is not just referring to a symbol that we wear around our neck, like I am right now, randomly, and or like a symbol on the shirts in our clothing stores. It's referring to one of the most terrible instruments used to commit the worst and most painful deaths known to man. So when Jesus said, "Deny yourself and take up your cross and follow me," he meant that if we really want to be followers of Christ, we must be willing to endure shame and suffering. We must live a life of humility, grace, poverty, compassion, and love. We must be willing to take on the same fate Jesus did. If we look at verse 25, it says, "For whoever wants to save their life will lose it, but whoever loses their life for me will find it." Jesus warns us through this passage that if we try to hold on to our life and our human desires, that we are going to lose it. By this, he is warning us that the things of this world only have temporary satisfaction. They will only give you somewhat of a fulfillment, but it's only temporary. We will drown in our own selfish desires, And the world does not offer hope or peace or purpose. It promises an empty life. He continues on by saying, but whoever loses their life, for me, will find it. Jesus was completely honest when he told us that he was going to cost us to follow him. He never tried to bribe us by offering an easy life. He told us straight up in this passage that this is what it's going to cost. It's going to cost the death of yourself. In this passage, Jesus is referring to dying to our own selfish desires. We need to be able to give up the comfort of when we want to fit in with our friends, whether they're going out and partying. We get to make that choice. It's our own freedom to choose whether we want to go with them. But he's saying that that's not the choice that I want you to make. I want you to die to that choice and come with me and do the right thing and follow me into love and compassion for other people. And it might also mean that the boyfriend or girlfriend that you're with, that you're trying to find comfort from, is actually just causing you to stumble and causing you to still feel lonely when you're by yourself. It's because Jesus wants you to turn from that worldly desire and what the media tells you is going to be fulfilling, to turn to him and understand that he's the only one that can give you that. We can turn to him for comfort and endless love. I can promise you that everything Christ has to offer you is better than anything this world can give you. For some